What is up, guys? Theory all day here, and yes, guys, the FIFA 15 demo indeed came out only on the Xbox One, which is kind of a shame for PS4 users and even Xbox 360 users, because this is only out on the Xbox One, which is weird because Microsoft has a deal with them. I don't get it. I don't know why they don't just put it on all Xbox platforms, and I really don't understand how they just don't put it on every single platform, including the PlayStation. But whatever. As you can see, I'm going into squad screen right now. This is the new look squad screen. Basically, this video is going to be an in-depth review on different things I saw that I liked that are either very small or I think are going to be pretty big when it comes to the gameplay in this year's FIFA, this year's installment. So as you can see, we go with a pretty standard Borussia Dortmund side, and we're going to start off here, as you can see, with the little intro to the gameplay. It looks very nice this year, kind of, I don't know, it looks pretty plain right there, but everything else is pretty much exactly the same. I do like how they added Martin Tyler and Alan Smith's picture, just in case you didn't know what they looked like. It does also just add a bit of familiarity, considering if you were really watching this game on TV, you would actually be seeing them from time to time, so at least they added a picture of them. And as you can see, that looks very, very, very nice, them walking up to get lined up and whatnot. So that looks very, very cool, very realistic indeed. I do show all of this part, I believe, all of the lineups and whatnot. I don't have audio for this bit right here that you're about to see. As you can see, the Borussia Dortmund lineup comes up. Martin Tyler actually goes through every single player and says, you know, these are the fullbacks, this is the striker. You can see Aubameyang in at the center attacking mid position, goes through each position and says that, which I think is really cool. But the downside of that is we're playing Boca Juniors, so they're not going to have a lot of names in the game and whatnot, and it kind of showed when he just said, and here's the away team starting lineup, and didn't even go through any of the positions or anything, which is going to suck for players that, like myself, that don't like to be big teams all the time. But, you know, if you like that realism, then you're going to like being Borussia Dortmund or teams like that when he goes through the lineups. But it's just a small thing, really, not a big deal. But we're going to start off with the player faces. I kind of just go through them because most of them are exactly the same. Go through them really fast, that is. But Mats Hummels is the first one that has a new face for Dortmund. This is the only team I actually go through in this video, just Dortmund, because, you know, I didn't really have time to go through every single one. But Sahin, as you can see, got a new face as well. Kuba did get a new face, finally doesn't have his long hair like he doesn't have in real life. Royce is exactly the same, like spot on exactly the same. And Aubameyang, yes, he finally has a freaking face, looks fantastic, and as well, Ciro Immobile has a face to go along with his transfer to Borussia Dortmund. But anyway, we're going to go into gameplay here with Blaszczykowski on the wing, and this is just, you can tell there's going to be a lot of sweat this year in FIFA. Look at that right there, just speed all throughout, and that's a little new right there, that little volley going up. Thought that was pretty cool. A little bit more realistic, I guess you could say. But yeah, like I said, Blaszczykowski just speeding through, and this is, I really hope this gets fixed. As you can see, I mean, like, why did Blaszczykowski even have to do that? I don't freaking get it. I know FIFA Rally said that he didn't experience any of that, and I'm pretty sure he was playing on the final build, but hopefully that is true, because I experienced that thing right there where you just press A and your guy just spazzes out. But this right here, as you can see, I get a free kick with Marco Reus. I did tweet this out. If you don't follow me on Twitter, it's at TRayAllDay. But this is just the most glitchy thing that I really hope they fix. Oh my gosh, this is just absolute AIDS right here. You see, lines up showing you what you can do. I decided, you know, I'm gonna go for the power free kick, the one where you just hold LB and put a bit of power on it and see what happens with it. And as you can see right here, what the fuck? It just goes into the stands. I don't even know how that happens. EA, do you even physics? Because that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I went into the instant replay. I was on this screen for at least 10 minutes. This is just ridiculous. Look at this. I mean, do you even physics? This doesn't make any sense whatsoever. We're going to zoom in on the ball. From this angle, how the hell does it go full power backwards? I really am just lost for words. I think EA forgot to brain right here, because that just, what the hell? I really don't understand, but it did give a positive into the fans. I mean, the fans look really nice this year. which is a positive. They look a lot more realistic, and they actually look similar to the players, which is cool, because, I mean, in recent games, I mean, the players just looked really stand outish compared to the crowd, but now they look similar, which is nice. But as you can see, like I said, pace is just going to win everything, and headers are still going to win everything, so you're still going to see those same sweaty players. But I did like to see how the camera shook right there. It's actually really good, and the crowd does have some new voices this year, I guess you could say voices. It did start to like pick up a bit, the sound went up, and as you can see right there, guys, we finally get to see who scored a freaking goal. They never did that last year. I skipped the replay and it went up to who scored the goal, which I think is really nice. But as you can see right there, we did get a nice reflex save. The new AI goalkeeping is actually really good. They fixed it from the Gamescom version, as certain YouTubers said that it was very bad. But we go into halftime, so you can see it is still showing highlights and stuff, but it is a bit more cinematic compared to last year's installments where it just showed random shots from different ranges and whatnot. This is just more cinematic, and as you can see, the match facts is exactly the same as it was in previous FIFAs. But we are in the 54th minute of this gameplay now, and this is what I really like right here. Boom. Nice reflex save once again, very realistic save at that, but another one here with Immobile pushing it forward to Aubameyang, and this is really cool. The dribbling's really tight this year, which is awesome, a bit more realistic. And right here, I didn't even hold the pace controller ever or anything, which is going to be very nice to use this year. I didn't even have to hold down LB like you had to in this year's FIFA, but I just kind of slowed down. He saw how he kept it close to his stronger foot, and he puts it in the back of the net, which is very nice. I like that a lot. It's going to be, I feel like this year's FIFA is going to be a lot better when it comes to the dribbling, because last year's was just, I can't even talk about how bad last year's was. But as you can see right there, you see Weidenfeller celebrating, which is pretty cool, I guess you could say. But once again, like I said before, it does show who scored, which is pretty cool, I guess. But now, this is where things get interesting. The more aids right here, as you're going to see, it kind of just bounces off my own player. Goes right here, and look at this for a dive. I really don't even think I touched him. Just flops over, and yeah, very aidsy. I mean, dives, I guess, are realistic, considering a lot of players in real life do dive, but still, it is a bit BS. I mean, it's a video game. It should probably not count dives and whatnot. Whatever. I'm not too upset about it. Same thing. Substitutions now are exactly the same as they were last year. They just bring up the board. Player waits a little bit, starts, swinging his arms around and whatnot, and then just goes onto the pitch in the same way it did last year, where he just kind of runs on all awkwardly and whatnot. Now for the run-up of the penalty kicks, they are indeed exactly the same, except for now. What? No. Now, there we go. Why does he turn away from the ball? He's not even looking at a goal or anything. What is he looking at? I don't know. It makes no sense, but look at this for realistic. Goes off of his knees to save it, and the bounce off was actually really realistic as well. But look at this for Sweat. Blaszczykowski, oh my gosh, this is just going to get really ridiculous in this year's installment. But yeah, right here, it was a bit of nice build-up at the end of it, though, which I think could be nice for players that like to play more realistic like myself. You don't have to be forced to sweat down the wing with Blaszczykowski, but either way, here's another nice thing right here. Goes over the top to Marco Reus, and you're going to see this a lot in this year's installment, going around the keeper and putting it into the back of the net with the new AI intelligence, or artificial intelligence, in the goalkeepers. It's going to be pretty easy to beat the keeper, in my opinion. And look at that right there. That's a new little frame thing they have for celebrations, which I think is pretty cool. They did improve celebrations a lot compared to next-gen FIFA, because the next-gen of FIFA 14, their celebrations were just awful. I mean, like half the time they wouldn't even be in the right place. Sometimes they would have like a ghost behind them. It made no sense. But either way, guys, this will be the end of the video. If you did like it, please leave a like. And there also will be a career mode vote video out later today. And yeah, and that is all. I will see you guys next time. I'm out.